This video is going to cover everything you need to know as free-to-play Xiao Build coming right now. If you're new to the channel, my name is Aiden and I help you build characters without spending money in Genshin Impact. The most anticipated character, Xiao, is finally here. His unique main DPS style is enough to just take over the game without needing any help, and I will go over how you can do that with Xiao. Xiao performs up to 6 consecutive strikes with his normal attacks. Charge attacks allows Xiao to perform an upward thrust. Xiao's plunge attacks allows him to do AoE damage without taking damage from it, making Xiao one of a kind. These attacks are most used from Xiao because of how his Q works. Xiao's E skill lunges forward, dealing a Nemo damage to opponents in his path and can be used in the air with 2 charges. Xiao's Q skill, called Bane of the Evil, allows Xiao to greatly increase his jumping ability, have all of his attacks do AoE and more increased damage, converts all attacks into a Nemo damage. In this state, Xiao will continuously lose HP but just devour everything in sight in return. He is godlike in this form. So looking at Xiao's kit, Xiao needs to be out on the floor when he uses his burst, and expect him to do massive AoE and Nemo damage with all of his attacks. Because he needs to be out on the floor, and switching to other characters is going to allow him to lose his Bane of Evil state. Maximizing team comps that will allow him to be most effective is key. Characters that help greatly for Xiao's playstyle will be supports that can have their skills out in the field for a long duration. Ganyu is great for her Q that stays out on the floor. Albedo is just excellent for his E skill, making him one of the best supports for Xiao. Fischl and Beidou are great for their skills being out, allowing Xiao to be a main DPS. Hit the subscribe button and notification, as I will have many more videos just like this, so you won't miss these upcoming videos. Xingling's burst allows Xiao to do a lot more swirls. Xingqiu's burst just works great due to how it procs every time Xiao do normal attacks. Zhongli's new E skill makes it so that enemies' resistance to physical and other elements reduce, which makes Xiao do more Anemo damage and physical damage in return. Sucrose, Jin, and Venti is also great because they will help Xiao get his burst back much quicker, making Xiao even more insane. Main character Nemo is also a great support, as he will help Xiao get his ult back quicker. And lastly, Bennett is one of the best support for Xiao because of how the Q is going to increase damage and healing while Xiao is out on the floor doing damage, and makes it so that Xiao can actually heal while doing so. For the best artifacts on Xiao, Xiao can be built using 2 artifact sets. Xiao can be used with the 4-piece gladiator set because Xiao is a main DPS and you will be doing a lot of normal attacks with him. Obviously, you want to emphasize on Xiao's plunge attacks because it does most damage potential, which I'll go over in a bit. Going for a 4-piece gladiator is actually not the worst thing you can do. This set is going to allow Xiao to dish out way more normal attack damage, as 4-piece is going to increase by 35% normal attack damage. Also, if you have support characters like Beidou or Xingqiu, after using their burst, you will need to be doing normal attacks, which makes this set viable in certain team comps. Another set that is going to be good on Xiao is the 4-piece Iridescent set. This set is actually built for support Anemo characters, making 4-piece set reduce element infused in swirl and also increases swirl damage. This set can work good making Xiao dish out more swirl damage and also decreasing element resistance, so this can work in certain team comps where you have another main DPS with a different element, and you can switch in and out to do max damage output as team to the enemy, and when Xiao's burst is available again, you can just annihilate everything in sight with Xiao. The best possible option for Xiao is going to be 2-piece gladiator and 2-piece Iridescent, and this is going to allow Xiao to do maximum damage with his plunge attacks. The 18% attack increase along with 15% Anemo damage increase is nice because he will dish out most DPS when he is in Bane of the Evil state. What I recommend is going for artifact sets with best substats with crit damage, attack percent, crit rate, energy recharge. These 4 substats are what you're looking for. For this video showcase, I use 2-piece gladiator right now, and I'm still farming the Iridescent set, and this game is not allowing me to obtain good pieces. Until then, I am only getting the 18% attack increase until I find one more Iridescent piece to make my Xiao do the most damage possible. For the best weapons, all 5-star weapons will be best for Xiao. Loyal Spear is good because of the attack percent increase along with crit rate. Black Cliff Pole is a great option as Xiao is a main DPS, and Black Clip weapons are good for main DPS characters as you will have them do most damage, allowing the weapon stats to proc, allowing Xiao to do more damage. Black Cliff Pole is also going to dish out the most damage when it's stacked, but in certain areas such as boss fights and some situation in the game, you won't be able to proc the weapon effect. In most cases, you'll have the stacks as you will use Xiao most of the time doing damage. Another good 4-star weapon is the Battle Pass Deathmatch. This weapon is great because of the crit rate that comes with it and attack percent increase as there are enemies nearby. This weapon is good so that all of the essential crit rate is obtainable from Xiao's Ascension and from this weapon, as you can mostly focus on crit damage and attack percent in the artifacts. The builds of these weapons will greatly differ in what you will look for in the artifacts. I am currently working on my next video, which is going to give detailed analysis on Black Cliff Pole, Deathmatch, and Royal Spear. I should have the video up very soon. Make sure to subscribe and hit notifications so you don't miss these videos. For the weapon I use in this video, I used Black Cliff Pole level 90. Xiao is at level 80. For the attributes, 45.8% crit rate with 225.6% crit damage, 46.6% anemo damage bonus. For the talent, Xiao is at level 8 with normal and charge attacks, level 7 on the E, level 6 on the Q. Xiao is free to play with 0 constellations. First constellation will allow extra charge on the E. Second constellation allows Xiao to get massive energy recharge when he's not on the floor, which is really OP. Fourth constellation allows Xiao to be defensive and it helps tremendously. And the sixth constellation allows Xiao to just dominate with style with massive charges on the E when he plunges, making him do massive link attack, killing everything.